Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys my top 10 DIY Dollar Tree viral Christmas videos for 2022. It is Christmas week and we are rounding up the rest of my I Love Christmas series, and I wanted to just bring you guys some cozy Christmas vibes into your home. If you all are like me, you're getting ready for Christmas, wrapping presents, thinking about baking and cooking for your family or friends, or just hopefully you're staying warm and cozy. I know this week where I am at Thursday, it's going to snow. We're supposed to have a snowstorm, which can mean anything kind of in our weather. But anyway, I am so excited to bring this video to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me over my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafty. For this Dollar Tree DIY, we're gonna make a super adorable Christmas decor cutting board. Okay, so from the Dollar Tree, you're gonna grab one of the little plastic cutting boards in their kitchen section, and then grab whatever cute oven mitt that they have out. They have so many different little seasonal oven mitts. So really you guys can think about doing this for Christmas, or you can do it with any other little oven mitt that you find, but you just wanna cut the oven mitt apart to where you get that cute little fabric. And this one says, "Dreaming of a White Christmas." I thought this would be so adorable. So I put the fabric on, and then I'm using some of this rickrack trim from Dollar Tree as well. Actually, it's not rickrack, it's a pom-pom trim. And thank you to my sweet friend Stacy for popping this into the mail for me. So sweet, and thankful for these new goodies to craft with. And I'm just using some hot glue and gently running the hot glue down the sides of the cutting board where the fabric met the cutting board to kind of cover up those rough edges. Now you could always just take and gently smooth the fabric under before you glue it, but I thought that this might be just really super cute and adorable and really fun for like a Mrs. Claus kitchen idea. You guys know I love to decorate my home head to toe for Christmas, and I absolutely cannot wait. Okay, I am excited about Halloween. I'm going to be dressing up as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, but I am very excited about Christmas, and that's going to be coming next week in my home. So super excited about that. Now just take and make a quick little loopy bow. I'm using this buffalo check plaid fabric. They had some at the Dollar Tree in their fall section, but I grabbed a giant roll from Hobby Lobby because, hey, it is bow time. You're also going to make some cute little tails. Just use another piece of ribbon, cut some little triangles in the end, and then glue it underneath your bow part. I'm adding in some of that Dollar Tree wired greenery. Again, another little gift from my friend Stacy. And I'm going to take that greenery, pop it in the center part of the bow and underneath. I really want to jazz this up. And who knew that Dollar Tree was also carrying this cute little raffia? Okay, so I'm going to hot glue the raffia to the center part of the little cutting board and the greenery. I was kind of testing it out to see where I liked it, but I mean, think about how fun this would be to make for someone's kitchen for like a cute little Christmas present. Now, Stacy also sent me these adorable little mini Christmas tree ornaments, and they're from Walmart. They're $1.99 and you get 6 of them, so they're actually cheaper than Dollar Tree. Since I'm dreaming of White Christmas, I thought these little white puffy little snowballs would be cute to kind of really ruche everything together. And bam, check this out. How adorable did this come out? I think it's so fun and fabulous on a total budget, and a great use of some of those Dollar Tree kitchen items. And thank you guys, at the Dollar Tree, you get 2 of their little pot holders, and so you get more bang for your buck with that. Add some baubles in, and you have an adorable little gift idea on a total budget. Okay guys, for this lantern DIY, we're going to make a big loopy bow with this Dollar Tree deco mesh. We are just going to take the deco mesh, loop it over on itself until we get a big, giant, nice little loopy bow, and trim that off. Now, this is such a super easy DIY, and this deco mesh came from Dollar Tree, but you guys can find it at pretty much any craft stores. We're gonna make a fun little Christmas lantern bow topper, and what I want to do is grab a zip tie and zip tie this all together. That way it stays on there nice and sturdy. You guys, I love to make lantern toppers. I always see them like in the floral department at the grocery stores, and they're so pretty, but they're really expensive, and I'm always wondering, hey, we can do this on a budget. The next thing I want to do is just zip tie my big giant fluffy deco mesh bow to the top of my lantern. I like using zip ties because it secures things on here really well and things don't wobble around, especially if you did these lanterns outside. Now I'm going to make a quick little loopy bow. So you're going to take and measure the ribbon from your elbow to your or from your hand to your elbow, and then just take that ribbon and loop it over on itself. I like to do it about 6 times. That gives you a nice good full fluffy bow, but use whatever ribbon you have on hand and add whatever many loops to your heart's content is my suggestion. But looping it over on itself 6 times is going to give you equal distribution of loops, 3 to 3. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, this is not hard, I promise you. It's such an easy bow. You're going to zip tie that in the center and then zip tie that to the larger bow. Or you can take and you can cut a big piece of ribbon like what I'm going to do to save on your zip ties and also cover the zip ties and just cover that original little zip tie up. So you take and tie this on to the center part of your deco mesh bow, and that's also going to give you some tails. Hey, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. The next thing we want to do is just take those little loops and pull them out. Ooh, so pretty. And then we're going to take and dovetail those ends, cut a little triangle in the end, and wrap those up. How nice is that? Oh my goodness, you guys. I just love these. I think they're so fun. You can fill this with ornaments. You can add ornaments to the center, which is what I'm going to do, this cute little Dollar Tree ornament to the center. And then you guys have a fun little Christmas decor piece. You could add evergreen to the center of your bow. So many fun ideas on a budget. Now, in this video, I'm also going to include some little blasts from the past with some peppermint crafts. It's actually going to be the most popular video of the week from last week was a deco mesh tree that I did. I believe I did this 2 years ago. So I'm going to add that in towards the end of this video. But it's going to be a deco mesh Christmas tree using Dollar Tree supplies. I have not found any of the mini Christmas trees yet, but I also haven't been to Dollar Tree yet for my Christmas supply shopping. I have a lot of stuff that I'm really just trying to use on hand this year. Anyway, I'm adding in a little bit of an evergreen sprig. I thought that would give this some dimension and just jazz it up a little bit more. I think that's pretty. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to drop a kind comment down below and let me know how you're doing. I am doing a Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway. So all you guys have to do to enter that giveaway is subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment down below. Now, I always love to include a secret question. Today's secret question is going to be, what is your favorite character that you have for Christmas? So right now I'm using gingerbread as my character, but what do you guys like? Do you like gingerbread? Do you like to do a Mickey Mouse Christmas? What are the characters? Maybe elves, maybe, gosh, I don't know. I know there's so many out there, but hey, drop that comment down below. Let's light up this comment section with your favorite Christmas characters. And then here we're going to see several different peppermint crafts, the deco mesh tree, and then some easy ones for kids. So keep watching in this video. And I love y'all so much. So blessed to have you here. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to show you guys how to make a super easy, adorable little Christmas pillow with a Dollar Tree towel. So this is just a kitchen towel, and what I did was flip it inside out, and I'm going to hot glue the edge, the straight edge of the towel. So you want to hot glue 2 sides of your tea towel, and you can choose any tea towel that Dollar Tree has out or any tea towel you have in your home on hand. Target Dollar Spot also has super adorable tea towels, but you just fold it over and you hot glue 2 sides, and then you'll already have one side that's already together. I love making these. I think they're so cute and fun, and especially if you spend $1 and then just have your stuffing on hand. You could even stuff this with little plastic bags if you don't have extra pillow stuffing. But now that you've turned it inside out, now you're going to go ahead and stuff it. Now be careful when you're hot gluing those edges together, but you do want to do it when it's turned inside out, and then once you turn it the right side out, you can begin to stuff it. I like to get mine fairly fluffy, but not so fluffy that you can't close up those ends. So I'm just taking some pillow stuffing from an old pillow, and then you want to gently tuck that in under, and I work in sections. This is the really tricky part, so be very careful
careful when you're doing this. I have a tendency to burn my fingertips, so you just want to be really careful. You can also get little fingertip covers if you're nervous about working with a hot glue gun with this type of edging. And hey, if you guys have a sewing machine, totally sew this. I don't have a sewing machine. I'm a hot glue girl. So I'm just going to throw that out there for you too. So whatever floats your boat and suits your fancy, you guys go for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and gently tuck and glue and tuck and glue. And you can see I'm dancing around, doing a little bit of awkward mom dancing. And here's how it turned out. Now I'm going to use this cute little pom-pom trim to run along the edges. And I love this little tea towel from Dollar Tree. It's super adorable. Deck the halls, which I think is such a fun little thing to put on a pillow. And you see these pillows, these little decorative pillows out for $5 or $10, and you guys can really make one on a total budget. Check out how adorable this is. I did go ahead and decide to run another little layer of pom-poms down the other edge. I've also showed you guys how to make your own tassels and add little snowballs to the ends, but really dig into your craft stash. Use whatever you have on hand, have fun with it, get creative, and go for it. $125 tree color, and I just knew that we could dupe it for about 12 bucks using Dollar Tree supplies. So from the Dollar Tree, you're going to grab one of their laundry baskets, and you're going to simply take either some scissors or a utility tool and cut out the bottom of the laundry basket. After you have the bottom cut out, you can take your scissors and simply cut the side out, and this is super easy. You're just going to cut through the little smaller prongs. The only hard part was cutting through that larger part of the basket. Okay, the next thing you want to do is grab some of the Dollar Tree feather duster mop heads, and you're going to hot glue the mop head to the top and then the base of the laundry basket. This is super easy, and be careful though, because this hot glue is easy to burn yourself on. I did end up burning my hand just barely, but hey, it is worth it for a good cause. Now, I used 10 of these feather duster mop heads from the Dollar Tree. You may get away with using 1 or 2 less, but just to be safe, I would grab it 10. And also look in the Dollar Tree scarf section. They're putting out a fur white scarf that I'm going to use for the top part of my tree skirt. This is an added spot. Now, I originally found this idea from Make It With Micah on TikTok, and I will try to leave a link to her TikTok down below if I'm able to do that on this YouTube video. She also has a blog, so I will definitely leave the blog link, but she makes amazing Dollar Tree goodies. And then here is what your tree skirt is going to look like once you get to the back of this. Now, I'm also using that little Dollar Tree scarf. It's an infinity scarf, and it's a fur one. It matched perfectly with this. I was so lucky to find one of these, and you just want to cut it in half and then simply hot glue that around the top. Now, this is an extra step. You could just cut off that plastic part, but I thought this would make it a little bit more secure. Now, Michael's also sells like little scarves that are similar, or you could just use 2 more feather duster mops. Here is how it turned out. I think I could actually use an even bigger Christmas tree, but this is just an example of how you guys can make this look. I feel like it looks absolutely stunning, and $12 versus $125 is a huge difference. So I hope you guys are loving this and are inspired. And if you need a tree collar, this is a great way to go, especially if you're going for that snowy winter wonderland kind of glam look. I'm going to be doing that this year. I'm going to be doing kind of a country glam or a winter wonderland, or I don't know. We'll have to see how it comes out, but it's definitely going to be sparkly and have a lot of really soft, beautiful.
Just bow. We are going to start out with 2 rolls of wired Dollar Tree ribbon, a pair of scissors, a pair of wire cutters, and some Dollar Tree wire.
We're going to take both of the Dollar Tree ribbon and we're going to just connect them together, and then I'm going to measure how long I want to make my loops by the length of my arm from my hand to my elbow. And you guys, this is about 12 inches, so give or take however large you want your bow to be. Now I'm going to go nice and slow here, so you're going to take that ribbon and you're going to loop it over on itself. And the ribbon is doubled up, but you could use a single ribbon if you wanted. And then I'm going to go ahead and loop it over on itself again. And I'm just going to continue to loop it over on itself. And I'm going to do that 6 times. So you guys can see this is super easy. You're just going to loop it over on itself and then loop it over on itself and then loop it over on itself. Probably the biggest challenge right here is to keep your ribbon from twirling up on itself. And then I'm going to take in the center and I'm just going to fold it in half to make a crease to find my center. So you just fold it in half to find your crease. You've got your center now. Now this is where you're going to take and you're going to cut a little notch on each side where you found that center. Now you're going to see here, you just want to cut a itty bitty tiny notch. Be very, very careful here. You don't want to cut too much of your ribbon or your bow will fall apart. And it's great to start practicing on bows with Dollar Tree ribbon, because if you do cut too much, you haven't lost a whole super ton of expensive ribbon. Again, this is wired ribbon and that helps your bow be nice and fluffy. So now I'm just going to take some of that Dollar Tree wire and I'm going to cut about 24 inches. I want to make it nice and long because then I can tie it on to a Christmas tree or whatever suits my fancy. So I'm just going to twist tie that wire in the center. So see, you can just see I'm just tying it together and you're just going to kind of twist it several times to make sure it's nice and tight on there. And then this comes the fun part that I absolutely love. I'm going to start fluffing my bow. So I'm just going to begin to pull each loop out. And you can see that I'm kind of twisting the loop as I pull it out. Now you don't have to do that, but that is going to make your bow nice and fluffy. So you can just gently begin to twist out each loop and you're just going to follow the lines of your ribbon. So it should go, if you use 2 colors, you should go burlap and then red and then burlap and then red and then burlap and red. And you're just going to continue to work with your bow as you go. So it's not going to be perfect when you pull all those loops out. You're going to have to kind of work with it and fluff it around. So you can see I'm just gently pulling out each loop. Now the reason you notch the center part of that ribbon is because that's going to give your wire something to hold on to when you're pulling your loops out. You don't have to notch the ribbon, but sometimes if you pull too hard, that ribbon will pull through. Now I'm going to dovetail my ends for that absolutely perfect boutique gorgeous finish by cutting a little triangle in the end. So you can cut the triangle out or you can just fold it over on itself and then cut upward. Now be careful if you're using sharp scissors, which you guys can see I have my child safety scissors here because I lost my good bow scissors. Heaven knows where they went in all this Christmas decorating. So here it is, all nice and fluffy and boutique gorgeous. Now I did leave a little bit of ribbon for my tail. So I'm going to go ahead and take that ribbon and just pull it out and then find the center. That's where I want to go ahead and just wire my big bow onto. So you can see I'm finding my center. You can even loop it over on itself if you want to. And then you're just going to go ahead and attach it right here with your wire. And it's easy peasy. So you just use that wire and attach it to the back of your bow. Also make sure you dovetail those ends so you have nice pretty ends. And then voila, you have an absolutely fabulous, gorgeous boutique bow. So here we go again. Make sure you get those nice little finished edges. A fun little finishing touch that I like to do. Just take your ribbon and kind of twist it and it will make little fun curly cute loops, which I think just gives it that fun little finish. You could also leave it straight if you like that. Now I popped this beautiful bow onto a $3 thrift store wreath. and it looks fabulous and gorgeous. This bow looks absolutely over the moon fabulous. It only costs, you'll need one of the Dollar Tree chargers. Now I chose white for my mini tree and silver for my charger, and then I'm just adding some hot glue to the center and a piece of foam. You can also find a foam at Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to take the mini trees and I'm going to push them into the foam on either side and give them a good fluffing. Now I'm going to take a roll of the Dollar Tree white mesh and then a roll of the silver mesh, and I'm going to cut it into 16-inch pieces. And then I just want to take it and roll it into kind of like a little curly Q, and then I'm going to roll the other one into a curly Q. I'm going to pinch these two together, and that's going to make my little poof. Now this stuff is definitely optional with the mesh. You guys don't have to use mesh on this, but you guys know I love a really full look, so I'm just going to go ahead and add the mesh into it, and I felt like that the mesh would give it a really fun little sparkle and shine. So you're just going to take your mesh and twist the mesh onto the tree with your pipe cleaner. It should look like this. So I used 4 poofs on each side, and I used 2 rolls of Dollar Tree mesh total. Again, you guys get creative with this. Use what you have on hand, and you're just going to take that pipe cleaner and wrap it around the tree and go ahead and clip the little pipe cleaner edges off, and just continue to work in and around your little Dollar Tree mini tree. And also think about all the color combinations that you guys could use. If you guys were doing more of a green and red theme, you could do green mini trees and then use just some of the green and red mesh. You could also do gold with this. The sky is really the limit on this project. So now I'm taking some of that buffalo check plaid ribbon, and then also some silver Dollar Tree ribbon. The buffalo check plaid ribbon I did get at Hobby Lobby, but they're also carrying it at Walmart, you guys. So definitely check that out if you want to go for this look. But Dollar Tree has a bunch of really nice ribbon to choose from as well. So I went to the end of my little mini tree, and I'm just using the branches of the mini tree to tie the ribbon on. So I'm just making kind of little poofs as I work in and around the tree. So I did one side and I created 3 poofs, and that's how it should look. And then I'm just going to go ahead and trim that piece off. And then I'm going to start on the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use the little evergreen branches to twist tie my ribbons on, and then I'm just going to gather it and kind of create this poof. And then you guys will want to pull apart your ribbon too, so that silver ribbon is kind of underneath there. I just went ahead and pulled that apart, and then once I got to the end of this, I went ahead and did go ahead and clip that off. And then here is how it should look after you add your ribbons and your mesh. Again, these steps are optional. Just use what you guys have and what's in your budget. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of that buffalo check plaid ribbon, and I'm going to make what I call an Olivia bow. So I'm just going to take the ribbon and loop it over on itself, and you just continue to loop the ribbon over on itself until you count that there are 3 loops on each side. You can do a smaller bow too if you want to, but you guys know me, I love big bows and I cannot lie. So I do love to go ahead and go super over the top with my ribbon and my bows. So once you have all your little loops together, you're going to find the center of your ribbon, and I just like to fold mine in half, and you can add tiny little notches if you want to. I'm not going to on this one. I'm just going to pinch it together really tight, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my pipe cleaner. Now if you add notches to each side, that's going to give your pipe cleaner something to grab onto, and then you're just going to go ahead and take your loops and twist them out and give it a good fluffing. That's really the secret to a bow, is continue to work with it and fluff it as you go along. And then I did take the end of one of my floral stems and wrap it around that to go ahead and pop that bow in there. And then I took one of these Dollar Tree silver branches and some of this Dollar Tree greenery. So those will be 2 stems, 1 silver stem and then 1 greenery stem. And I'm just going to pop them into the front of my little arrangement here. Here is how that should look. And then I did go ahead and take some more of the silver stem and greenery and just kind of pop them into that top part where that top foam piece is. And here is how that should look as well. I also decided to go ahead and add some to each side, and that pretty much used up both of those stems. Now I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree sparkling ornaments. I love these. These are some of my favorites. This is the white with the silver kind of glam. But again, go for whatever color that you're using. And I'm just taking a pipe cleaner and I'm running the ornaments through the pipe cleaner to create this little bundle. And then I'm going to tie them on. So I used a sparkling ornament on each side. And then I'm just using some of the little silver ornaments. They come in a large pack, so they go a really long way. So that's super fun. And again, you guys can use what you have on hand. Now, this is what it should look like once you have your ornaments and ribbons and mesh and your little floral stems added. Now I'm just taking the rest of that ribbon. These are just kind of scrap pieces, and I did want to go ahead and fill out the back of my arrangement. And then I did add a little bit of silver detail to the center, and I also added some white poinsettias. So I had one stem of white poinsettias that I just clipped off. These are Dollar Tree poinsettias. And then I have this Dollar Tree candle. This was a DIY I did a while back. I just added some glitter and Epsom salt to it, and then I'm going to go ahead and tie this little silver ribbon onto it. So to add the glitter and Epsom salt, you'll just add Mod Podge and then a ton of glitter and a ton of Epsom salt. It gives it that kind of crystallized snow look that I adore. And now Dollar Tree's also carrying these little metal signs. I chose the joy sign. I thought that would be super fun for the arrangement. So I'm just going to hot glue the little joy sign to the front of the candle. Now for the next part of this little DIY, I want to go ahead and take one of those empty mesh rolls and I'm going to wrap some silver ribbon around it. What I want to create is a tiny little stand for this candle to pop up on. So this is just one of my little hacks that I wanted to share with you guys. And then you can add some hot glue, push that down in there, and voila, you have a little candle stand. I did go ahead and hot glue it onto there, and how fabulous and over the moon adorable did this come out. Oh my goodness, can you guys even believe that this is almost all Dollar Tree supplies minus that buffalo check plaid ribbon? But you guys, Dollar Tree has great ribbon, so just go for it, whatever colors you're going for. I definitely want to do some buffalo check plaid in with my holiday season this year. You guys saw how I did the snowman. I've also done some ornaments. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to share with you guys how to create a beautiful glam garland. So I'm just taking this evergreen that I found at the thrift store. I also found these lights at the thrift store. Definitely check your thrift stores. Walmart does also have non-lighted garland for super cheap. So I just used the evergreen to tie in the little lights with, and now I'm taking some Dollar Tree gold kind of glam mesh, and I'm just going to take the evergreen and create little poofs. So you're going to start at the end with your deco mesh, and you're going to wrap the evergreen around the end of your deco mesh and then just kind of pull it out in these little poofs. And the poofs are about 12 inches apart, but I'm not measuring them to be completely exact. It's up to you how exact you want them to be. I do kind of like to just kind of go with the flow of my crafts, so try to just relax and have fun with this. And the deco mesh, I promise you guys, is very forgiving, and it really creates a really beautiful sparkle and shine. So I'm continuing down this garland with more mesh, and then once I got to the end of the garland, I started another roll of deco mesh. So this is a 9-foot garland, and I did end up using 3 rolls of mesh. I was hoping only to use 2, but I did like my poofs to be nice and full. Now I'm just going in with some of that Dollar Tree sparkling gold ribbon. This ribbon does really shed the glitter, so just bear with me on this. But you guys, it's the holidays, so a little bit of glitter does not bother me a bit. So again, I'm starting at the end of my garland, and I'm just adding in the ribbon and twist tying it around the evergreen. So you're just going to take your evergreen branches and cross them over, and that's going to twist in your mesh and your ribbon. So I'm not using any kind of wire or hot glue or anything. I'm just using the actual evergreen branches to twist the mesh and the ribbon in. So this is a great money saver, and it's well worth kind of going to Walmart and finding a little evergreen branch that will twist onto your different mesh and ribbon. I hope that makes sense. Comment and let me know if you guys have questions. I did end up using 3 rolls of the Dollar Tree gold ribbon for this entire project. That was including the bows. So just remember, do what's on your budget, and I do like to have a really nice full garland, so I am using a little bit more product with this. But again, you guys work with what's in your budget, and also remember, you guys can do different colors. If you're decorating for a shabby chic Christmas, find some pink and white ribbon. If you're decorating for candy cane, find candy cane ribbon. If you're going glam, get glam ribbon. Rustic, get burlap ribbon. Whatever suits your fancy, and I will share more styles with you guys as the season moves along. So now I'm just going to take and I'm going to attach this to the front of my little crafting work table. This is actually in my little Christmas crafting studio, and I just have little nails hung to the side of this, and I'm using the evergreen and twist tying them on. You guys can also use command strips if you're doing this on a mantle and you don't want any nail holes, but this little table was good to go. I actually used to use it in my flea market booth, and so it already had these nails kind of attached to it. I'm also adding in a bit of burlap ribbon. I'm really loving kind of that rustic glam farmhouse idea, and I just wanted to give it a little bit more texture. Dollar Tree also does have burlap ribbon with lace wound into it, or just plain if you guys are interested in getting it there. I did get my burlap from burlapfabric.com. I'll leave a $5 off coupon code as well as the burlap that I used. I did cut it in half, that way it would go just a little bit further. And again, I'm just twist tying it onto this garland, nothing fancy, I promise. So for the Dollar Tree bow, we're going to take some of that Dollar Tree Deco mesh. I'm using some silver mesh, and I'm just going to loop it over on itself and then twist tie it in the center with this pipe cleaner. Now I'm going in with some gold ribbon. I'm going to make a double layered Olivia bow. So my Olivia bow is super easy. As you can see, I'm just looping the ribbon over on itself a couple of times to see if there's 2 loops on each side, and then I'm just going to twist tie it on with the little pipe cleaner. And I did go in with several different layers of ribbon. I wanted this to be nice and full and have a ton of texture, so I went in with some of this burlap ribbon. I thought this would be perfect just to kind of soften the glam look up just a bit. But again, you guys use whatever colors suit your fancy. So now I'm using some of this gold Hobby Lobby ribbon. It was very inexpensive for a huge, I believe there's 90 yards, and I've gotten a lot of use out of this because I'm doing a ton of Christmas DIYs for you guys. I'm just doing a double layered Olivia bow, and I'm just continually adding these layers on as I go. So I'm untwisting the little twist tie, and I'm adding the bow layer on and then twisting it back together so it doesn't all fall apart. And so now I'm just using some of that silver Hobby Lobby ribbon, again another double layered Olivia bow, and I'm just layering it on top of itself. And then once I'm all the way done with that, I twist tied it really well, and then you want to take your ribbon loops and fluff them out really nice. And now I'm just attaching this big beautiful bow on to the end of my little garland. And again, you want to go ahead and fluff those loops out and arrange them, make sure they're nice and full. So I did a beautiful bow in the center and then one off to each side. And again, use whatever colors you absolutely adore. So for the next DIY, we're going to create a little pick. So it's really nice to add into your Christmas decor some beautiful sparkling picks. So Dollar Tree carries these white poinsettias. I'm just adding them into a Dollar Tree gold pick and silver pick, and then I'm tying them together with this lovely little twist tie. I'm going to twist tie them into the garland, and that's really going to give it some sparkle and shine. And then I did fluff them out to kind of cover where I tied that in. And as you guys can see here, how gorgeous this is looking. We are going to add in some more goodies as well. So Dollar Tree carries silver and gold ornaments. So I'm just going to take, and for another Dollar Tree DIY, you can make ornament bundles. They have these beautiful sparkling glam ornaments. So I'm just bundling them together. This is one of my secret weapons at the holiday time, to bundle them together and then twist tie them into your Christmas tree or your garlands. It makes them look so high end and full and absolutely gorgeous and fabulous. Next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to create this little glam bling deer setting. So I'm taking some of the Dollar Tree mirrored stickers. They have these in the stationery department, and then 2 of those little Dollar Tree canvases, and then 3 of their little Dollar Tree reindeer ornaments. And what I want to do is create kind of this mirrored stand for these deer. I actually shared part of this DIY with you guys a little bit back, but I had lost the footage on how I created the mirrored stand. So I'm just taking the little mirrored stickers, and you're just going to cut them to fit the size of your 2 canvases. And I believe I used 5 packs, and it almost covered the entire thing. But if you guys want full coverage, definitely get all 6 packs. Now you guys know I just kind of craft as I go and hope for the best. So I did just sticker them on, and I did add a little bit of sticker to the front of them, and then I did hot glue the 2 canvases together once I had the whole thing stickered. You could also add a little bit E6000 glue if you wanted even more security. So once my stickers were all on, I did hot glue those 2 canvases together, and now I'm just going to bedazzle and glam up my little reindeer. So I removed the original ribbon from the reindeer, and then I'm just using some Mod Podge, and I'm Mod Podging the top of the antlers, and then I'm taking some of that champagne gold glitter from Walmart. This is super fabulous for DIYs for Christmas time, you guys. I definitely think Christmas is the perfect time to go for it with the glitter. And then I did add some hot glue, and I also did add a dab of E6000 glue to the base of my reindeer. So the hot glue just helps them hold temporarily, and the E6000 glue helps them hold in a much more sturdier kind of glass glue way. And then I decided to add a Rudolph red-nosed reindeer with one of those Dollar Tree pom-poms to the front of my little reindeer. And then I did go ahead and take some of that Dollar Tree bling wrap, and I added some pretty little gold collars. So I just hot glued around the neck, and then I added the bling wrap. I trimmed it off, and then I did add some bling wrap to kind of connect them. So I added more hot glue, and then I just did 1 strand of bling wrap on each side, and then connected them as if they were connected, like, you know, Santa's reindeer, ready for Rudolph to lead the way on a Merry Christmas. So once I was finished adding that bling, I decided to go around the base of my reindeer, kind of where the hot glue and the E6000 glue were, and I added some Mod Podge and then some Epsom salt to kind of make it look like my reindeer were kind of in the snow, but it also was covering some of my work. And then I went ahead and added some little white evergreen to the back where I didn't quite have enough stickers to cover my entire little mirrored canvas. So I just added some evergreen and then some of those Dollar Tree gold picks, and then some white berries just to kind of glam it up, you know, something you would see at a more high-end home decor store. Again, this almost could be really a centerpiece if you all wanted it to be. I feel like it came out so gorgeous. I was also so happy to find that lost footage for you guys. Sometimes, I don't know, my computer's kind of wacky. So here it is all together. So this is like a traditional kind of whimsical peppermint theme added in with loads of glam and sparkle and shine. As always, you guys definitely have to let me know which was your favorite DIY in this series and which one are you recreating. I would love to hear your feedback. I think this Santa hat is so cute, and I think I even want to do it with some other colors. So just remember, any of the DIYs you guys see me create, you can always customize them to suit your colors.
Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys a really cute little centerpiece using one of these Dollar Tree kind of candy cardboard boxes in this evergreen. I did hot glue a piece of styrofoam into the little peppermint candy box, and then I'm just going to add in some evergreen. The next thing I want to do is use some of these sparkling picks, and I'm going to actually do double duty with these by using the picks to secure the evergreen into the little box as well. You could even hot glue them if you wanted to. Now this is probably going to stay at my home, and so I'm not worried about it getting wiggled around too much. And then if you guys can see off to the side, I have this cute little Dollar Tree deer figurine that I'm going to add into the center of this. And now this is how it should look after you have your sparkling picks added. And I think these little deer figurines are so cute. They look so whimsical, almost something that you would see in Mackenzie Childs. Now the next thing I want to do is just take some evergreen branches and twist the little deer onto the little centerpiece. And then I'm going to take some red Dollar Tree ribbon, and I measured it from my hand to my elbow. I'm going to make a quick little Olivia bow, no tools required here. So you're just going to take your ribbon and loop it over on itself about 6 times. We want to make a really big, beautiful, fluffy bow. And let me tell you, this Dollar Tree ribbon was actually really amazing. It was really nice and stiff. It had wire in it and it held its shape wonderfully. So if I go back to Dollar Tree, I'm going to try to stock up on this for my Valentine's Day projects. The next thing I did was just go ahead and tie it off in the center with a little pipe cleaner and then fluffy up those bows. Now look at how great these loops look. They really held their shape. And I was listening to some Van Morrison again today, so you're going to see some awkward mom dancing here and there. Now I'm going to clip off the pipe cleaner because I don't need that, and I don't worry about matching my pipe cleaner to my project because you don't ever see the pipe cleaner on my project, and I don't sell these. I just make them for funsies or give them as gifts. So the next thing I want to do is just go ahead and fluffy these out really nicely, and this is how it should look. Your bow should look after you have it nice and fluffed. And then you also want to make sure that you dovetail the end on your little pretty ribbon. You're going to just take your scissors and cut an upwards triangle and make it nice and pretty because you don't want to have any funky ends. The next thing I want to do is add in a little bit of this candy stripe ribbon. And now the candy stripe ribbon was from Hobby Lobby, but all of their ribbon is at a 50% discount or even better. So definitely keep an eye out for that great discount on holiday ribbon. Now I added that into the back of the bow, and I just took the evergreen branches and crossed them over onto the bow to kind of secure it in. The next thing I wanted to do was add a little bit more ribbon into the center part and the front. The next thing I want to do is add in some Dollar Tree kind of candy swirled ornaments, and these come in one of those big sleeves of 10, and so you get quite a bit of bang for your buck. So I'm just using some hot glue, and I'm going to add a dabble of hot glue and then pop them in. I think I used about 3 or 4 for this, and just kind of want to stagger them and make them look really pretty. And I am loving how this whimsical centerpiece is coming out. I really feel like I love having these little centerpieces made up because then you can give them as a gift and they're really going to brighten someone's day. I may give this to my mom or my aunt. I'm really not for sure. I may pop this into one of my bathrooms. I don't know. I just love having these to kind of set around. It's a smaller one, and so it probably wouldn't be big enough for a dining room table centerpiece, but it'd be nice for like a little bedroom or just somewhere that you haven't decorated that you wanted to add some extra holiday cheer to. So the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add a little bit more ribbon into this, and I had this red and green Hobby Lobby ribbon because I noticed the little scarf around the deer's neck had that green, so I just thought that would pull in the colors even a little bit more. So I'm just taking the ribbon and making one little loop and then hot gluing that in. Dovetail those ends, and then voila, you have a very fabulous little centerpiece. And oh my goodness, I think this turned out way better than expected and so fun and fabulous. So dig into your craft stash, get out that ribbon, get out those bows, and go for it, you guys. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to make a beautiful poinsettia centerpiece. So I'm just going to take this little thrift store, it's like a little wooden kind of basket, and I have some styrofoam popped into it. I'm going to take this bundle of Dollar Tree white poinsettias, and I'm going to add a little dabble of hot glue to the ends. That way they don't go popping out of my arrangement. This is going to be just kind of a little whimsical, funsy arrangement. I'd only had this set of poinsettias, so again, I'm using what I have on hand. I'm going to make a quick little bow. I'm just going to take this gold ribbon and loop it over on itself about 5 or 6 times, and then tie it off in the center with my pipe cleaner. The next thing I want to do is pull my ribbon loops out. I'm then going to take some greenery and add some greenery in and around the base of this because I don't want to see that styrofoam. And again, I didn't have any more poinsettias, so I wanted to kind of build an arrangement in and around this, and I wanted the styrofoam covered up, and I wanted to have something that I could hot glue some pretty ornaments into, if that makes sense. Okay, so once I have the evergreen added, then I want to hot glue my bow to the base and side of my little cute arrangement here. And again, this is going to be another fun little arrangement that'll be great for a little bathroom or a little side table or a little kitchen or anywhere that you needed that extra razzle dazzle, sparkle and shine. Now I'm adding in some cute little Dollar Tree ornaments, and I'm going to apologize for having it kind of turned to the side where you guys couldn't see that first part, but here they are. I just hot glued them right on to the center here, and then I'm adding in some more little Dollar Tree gold balls and some little smaller sparkling ornaments in and around where the bow is. And then I want to add a giant sparkling Dollar Tree poinsettia right here to the center of this bow. I just really felt like this bow needed some razzle dazzle, sparkle and shine, something to really kick it up a notch. And here's how it looks after I added the goodies. And the last thing I wanted to add was a beautiful gold bling jewel from totallydazzled.com. You guys, they have been having the most amazing sale where all of their jewels were like $1 to $1.50 each. So you guys go check that out. I'll leave their website linked down below. And then here is how it looks. I just popped it on top of a little riser so you can kind of see it above the other goodies. But as always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be hoping to recreate. Now, I want to know, I'm going to ask you guys a secret question because I am doing a giveaway on this video. I'm giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. I'm going to announce the winner on next Thursday's video, but I want to know, what is your favorite hot drink? Comment down below for me. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a super awesome jumbo Christmas wreath using pooled noodles, a hula hoop, and some duct tape, and a little bit of fluff for the bows on top. Now listen, what you guys want to do is grab a hula hoop from the Dollar Tree and 2 pooled noodles, or 1 depending upon what size your hula hoop is. They actually do have different sizes. Cut into the pooled noodle just a line down the very center till you get to the little center prong, and then you can just take and wrap that around your hula hoop. Bam! We are on our way to making a huge, awesome jumbo wreath. Now, I would suggest this would be a great wreath to use outdoors as well because it's going to be pretty weatherproof. You're going to do the same thing with the other pool noodle. Just cut that string right down the center and then latch it on to your hula hoop. And again, bam! Now you have a very, very large wreath to kind of play with. Now for this one, I wanted to just take some red duct tape, and I think I grabbed this at Walmart. Dollar Tree has duct tape, but you might want to grab the Walmart duct tape because there's a lot on the roll and you'll get more bang for your buck. In fact, I did duct tape Christmas presents last year, so that was a fun one. So you're just going to take and basically wrap the duct tape around the pool noodle, and if you want to make it really cute and kind of candy striped like this one, you'll just leave a little bit of room with the white showing through. Now, try not to get frustrated. Your duct tape might be a little bit bubbly here and there, but it's really not the end of the world. Also, the duct tape is going to help the pool noodle kind of secure onto the hula hoop a little bit better. I've done these before and shared them with you guys, and you can also add burlap around them, or you could even take some Christmas tree evergreen garland and do that as well. So now that we have our wreath base complete, we're going to make a super adorable little Dollar Tree bow. Take your ribbon and measure it from your hand to your elbow, and that's going to give you 12 inches, and just take that ribbon, loop it over on itself till you get to the end of the roll if you want to make a big, nice, fluffy bow like I am. And then if you have any other ribbon, I have this cute little candy striped ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to do the same technique here and just take the ribbon and loop it over on itself until I got about 6 times of looping it over on itself, and that's going to give you 3 loops for each side. Trim that off and then pop it into the center of your first bow, and then take a zip tie and zip tie that off. Now this is such an easy bow. Anybody can do this bow, and you know how I know? Because I'm totally bow challenged and I love big bows. I cannot lie. Anyway, take those ribbon loops and pull those out. You can take any little scraggly ends, cut those off, or you can just kind of curl them into the rest of the bow, which I always leave all of my ribbon ends on, and just give it a good fluffing. It's just going to make it a little bit fuller. And then you can take and attach that with another piece of ribbon. And also, if you're going to be putting this outside, you might want to add a zip tie to the base, and then cover up the zip tie with some ribbon. Give your bows another good fluffing once you get them onto your project. That's always something I recommend. Now I'm going to take some of this Dollar Tree deco mesh, and I'm going to take and make a big deco mesh bow. So again, same thing here. You just take the deco mesh, loop it over on itself to where it makes a big giant fluffy bow. I feel like we had such big giant bows back in the 90s, and I am a 90s lady, you guys. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side, and all I did to secure that underneath my smaller bow, as you guys can see, is adding a zip tie, and bam! We have a huge, massive, giant bow on our 2.5 foot little hula hoop wreath here, and it's about 2.5 foot with the bow. So you know, it's like that bow, it's that big hair, big bow. I don't know, there was a saying about it back in the 90s. Anyway, I hope you guys are loving this and are totally inspired, and comment down below.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I am Olivia with Livy's Romantic Home. I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget, and I hope you guys are feeling cozy and warm and ready for a fun Christmas holiday. I know I'm thinking about what I'm going to bake and cook for my family on Sunday. On Saturday, we're having a Christmas candlelight service at our church, and so Christ is truly the reason for the season, and I hope you guys take a chance to open your Bible and just let that joy of God's love fill you up. I thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna hug all of your hearts so tight. Remember to give yourselves some grace this Christmas season, as well as those around you. Love on everybody as much as you can, and yeah, do your best. I think everybody has gone through something in the last couple of years, including myself. Some can be major, some can be minor, but everything is important. And just remember, every time you have been given a new day, it's God's gift to open your eyes and just see the world through grace and love and joy, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. You matter to someone, and God loves you. So thank you guys again for being here. I'm gonna hug all of your hearts so tight. I'm wishing you a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed Christmas week, and until our next video, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.